Games to be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money. They say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste if you ain't got no time. Out and about, out chasing paper. The streets of my house and the house always wins like Vegas. Never down for the count. Second win, second nature. Found mine. Never had my hands out. Fuck favors. By design, everything tailored. In my youth, it was shell toes, no Chuck Taylors. We choke game, how to have a game, so it's still the same code game, so it's still the same code. We all pay the cost, I mean pay dues. Move with the mind state that I can't lose. On the grind, push a hard line with my linemen. Back when I was young, they said it's all about timing. Feel it's my time, all the stars are aligning. I'm a diamond in the rough, couple cuts got me shining. This game you cannot cop on consignment. In the field, all we do is execute assignments. The game should be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money, they say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste if you ain't got no time to talk. The game should be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money, they say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste if you ain't got no time to talk.
First, we get into this paper. See, I want it all, plus a mule and 8 acres, a lot of alcohol, few dad bags of paper. Run this shit like a ship and I'm the sailor. Cold, kinda like it's fresh up out the freezer. Cold, if she ain't talking bread, I don't need her. Soon as I meet her, I'ma fuck her, then I leave her. It's the old Mac needs, treat them all like bottom feeders. Break it down slow for them folks that don't know. I'm a seasoned vet, black belt out the dojo. With a wide range of weapons, so I'm out the holster. Keeping all options open, so many ways that I can fold ya. Told you from the gate, never been about no play. Get it on the go, they never been known for no delay. The game should be sold, not to be told. Keep your mouth shut, don't have to break the mold. Mac needs.
Break the work down, it's fence the move. Push that work out, I distribute. Break the work down, it's fence the move. Push that work out, I just distribute. A young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor.
I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. You know I'm the boy, get money's what I'm used to.
Keep it straight from the gate, so I don't confuse ya. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'ma make noise, shout to my producer. I'm an entertainer, but I ain't here to amuse ya. Yeah, fuck with shooters and they all fucking users. Come through, wake that ass up like a rooster, hella early in the morning. Early bird gets a worm. Finna get rich for 'em, food for the worms. Cutting cocaine, dumping whole things. It's a cold game, make you run your gold chain. Hungry, but I'm moving in a keto state. For sure, I beat the price on the keys in your state. Catch me running up a tab, fucking up a bag. Make me wonder how long will a good thing last. On my Curtis Mayfield, live a life I can't chill. Push a man, pushing packs, all I do is make squeal. Keep it 100, I'm just numb, yo, I can't feel none of these suckers when they say they real. Stacking Uber cash, I'm an out-of-state supplier. Random Uber man, here to get away drive. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the...
What is up? Week 4 in the books. And on to week 5. Kev, Marty, what's good, y'all? Hammer. How's the week go?
Bro, for whatever reason, my teams just can't put it all together in 1 week. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, I'll have 2 good performances and then 4 or 5 shit performances. And then the next week it'll be the opposite. So it's been a struggle for me so far in both redraft and dynasty. 2-2 in 2 leagues, 1-3 in our subscriber league, and a beautiful 0-4 in your home redraft league. And I'm just not happy about it. So yeah, it looks like I'll be donating a couple $100 this year and just calling it a day. But still a little bit of a ways to go, but a little disappointing so far.
Oh man, yeah, I wound up pulling it out in my my home league? No, your home league. In the end, Tyler Lockett wound up getting me the win by like 2 points. But that put me at 1-3. But that team I've got Burrow on that team. I had Dobbins. I don't know if I had Monty on that team when he was hurt, but I just have a couple injuries and this guy's not performing. So it's a killer. It's a killer. But here we are. There's Caddy. What up, Caddy? One Nation in the building. What up, One Nation?
Fuck yeah, bro.
My guy said present.
Roll call.
Got both Mostert and A-Chain. What do I do?
Trade one.
I mean, you could trade one if you're in need of something, or you can hold on to both. I mean, it's a fucking tough situation. I mean, that game in general, I mean, the Bills, the way they played it, they were just like, all right, we're not going to let y'all pass the ball all over. You're going to have to beat us running it. And
had a big game again.
You know, H-Chan did his thing. You know, didn't get a ton of, I don't think he got a ton of touches, but doesn't need to.
No.
But got the two tutties.
Mostert surprisingly didn't get a lot of volume, which was strange.
Well, they were getting blown pretty much, so it was kind of more, passing situation. And Mostert gets targets too, but I think H-Chan for the most part is that, that's what they want him to do. So it was tough. A lot of people saying H-Chan is just straight overtaking Mostert. I don't know if it's that much yet. But it will always be a committee. It's never going to be just one guy there. It's always going to be a committee. But yeah, H-Chan did his thing. So what do you do? I mean, I guess you got to start both of them. What's your other options? I mean, like I said, you can trade one. You could trade both and just get yourself out the whole situation if you want.
With Jeff Wilson on the horizon as well.
But yeah, who knows when Jeff Wilson comes back too? Maybe it's I don't know. I just don't know, but the upside is definitely there. Like I said, all he needs is a few touches. So, Emil, thoughts on Dotson versus the Bears? I mean, it's a good matchup, but my guy hasn't done that much. I know Howell looked a lot better last game. Let me pull up Dotson right quick. What's Dotson at?
He had a solid game. 9 targets, 4 grabs, and a touchdown. Only 27 yards, though, so that's a little concerning. When you're only getting 3 yards a target, averaging 3 yards a target, that's not very good. And his yards per target haven't been that great throughout the course of the season. He's seen a decent amount of targets. It looks like he has 25 targets in 4 games, so averaging about 6 a game. Which is pretty solid wide receiver 3 with 2 upside-ish target share-wise, but I don't know, man. It's tough to put a beat on it. I would say look at your and now the bye weeks are kicking in, so you're probably going to have to play Dotson with some of the bye weeks kicking. I know the Chargers have a bye week, so no Keenan, no Herbert, no Josh Kelly.
What's your other options? What's your other options other than Dotson?
No Palmer this week, so there's
like I don't want to play Dotson, but if you have to, I mean, depending what the situation is. Will, what up, Will? Would you trade Monty for Debo? I'll be receiving the Samuels.
You could. I think it really depends on if you're thin at wide receiver, right? And what are your, if you trade Monty, what do you, obviously, if you're thinking about trading him, you're probably pretty good at running back.
I mean, I don't know if Debo is the guy that I want to target. Maybe somebody in that range. Like if you need a wide receiver, I'm not a huge Debo fan. I don't know about you, Hammer, but I think I'd probably like to go after someone else in that range if you're in need of a wide receiver. Or maybe you combine something with Monty and, tier up even more.
Yeah, he's been pretty good this season. Obviously, last week he was coming off the injury, didn't see a ton of play. He was more of a decoy, so he didn't get a ton of action.
Yeah, he's got Mixon, Jacobs, Pacheco, HN, Hunt. So he's got some guys. You could definitely move Monty, but can you move somebody else? I mean, I guess you're not really even going to play him. So, I mean, that's fine if you like Debo and you want to go get him. I just target someone else in that range, but that's fine. Do we think Barkley plays this week? I don't know. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but we're going to have to just monitor that, going in.
Yeah, that's a tough one just because let's see who they play. They are playing at Miami. And he's basically missed the last 2 games. So it will be 3 weeks since the injury. Yeah, that'll be a tough one. Especially with the ankle injury for somebody like Barkley. I probably, even if he does play, I probably wouldn't start him this week just because I'm unsure about how much he's actually going to play. So, I mean, running backs are super thin. Yeah, that's a tough one, man. I don't think he plays, and that's probably the best situation for fantasy managers if he's just out for that extra week. So, he's basically a month removed from the injury, and you could have some confidence playing him as opposed to coming back a little bit early, maybe on a limited snap count, so you really just have to monitor it.
We'll have to see what happens. We'll have to see. Good chance like Chris Johnson. Could be.
I need to see a little bit more.
I think just in that offense, like the offense is perfect for him. Like that was the perfect place for him to go, was the Miami Dolphins, right? The only problem is I don't think they're not going to feed him like a Chris Johnson was. Like that, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think they see him as that guy. I don't think they want him to be that.
He doesn't need to be that
guy. And it doesn't need to be that. Exactly. They don't need that for their team, but he's he's good. Don't get me wrong. I know I didn't love him, coming into the season or the NFL, but
the situation
I was
matters.
Man enough to admit that that situation could put him in a position to really, to really do good and be a solid RB2. And now he's kind of pushing even, the RB1 upside, but yeah. Mitchell, what up, Mitchell? Thoughts on picking up Keaton Mitchell or Michael Wilson? Keaton Mitchell's an interesting one. That was one of my kind of guys to just kind of stash. He wound up beating out Melvin Gordon like before the season, for that like 4th RB spot. So when he comes back, he's coming off of IR. I think he's back this week. I don't know. He's back this week, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, nearing return, so he should be back soon enough. He's a guy to just kind of stash. He might get an opportunity if Gus Edwards goes down, if Hill goes down. Michael Wilson, I like him a little more. He's actually kind of like the wide receiver too over there for the Cardinals, and
viable as well.
Yeah, I mean, he was really good even coming in. I mean, he's got great talent. The problem was he's not consistent. He'll look really good for a couple of plays and then look really bad for others. And he's always been injured. He's had injury issues. So that's what I'd say about those two guys. But yeah, I'm fine with picking up. I'd rather pick up Michael Wilson. Keaton Mitchell needs a couple injuries to happen. And even still, it's like, do you even want to play him at that point? They're just mixing a few different guys in. So, what do you think, Hammer?
Yeah, I'm okay with that as well. And I think the thing with Michael Wilson is obviously, like you said, health, staying on the field, being consistent. But the Cardinals are better than we thought. And after a month sample size, the record is the record, but they're competitive. And Joshua Dobbs is playing pretty well. He's actually a solid streaming option at this point if you're in need of a quarterback.
One Nation says Superflex full PPR. Would you play Richardson over Dak or Goff in Week 5?
All right, A Rich taking on the Titans. Jared Goff taking on the Panthers at home. I kind of love that matchup.
Play him over Dak. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm definitely playing him over Dak. I think I'm taking Goff here out of these three at home against the Carolina team.
Well, Superflex, so he's got to play 2. You got to pick 2 out of the 3.
Yeah, Richardson and Goff.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm with you. We got to do that. Dak better get his shit together.
And he's going against San Fran in San Fran. That could be a long day for Dak.
I mean, to be fair, they've kind of been had lately in the secondary, but Caddy says he's got Barkley, Walker, Pacheco, H.N. Hall, but I can only start 2. 3 if I put 1 in the flex, but I want to put Puka in the... Yeah, you have to start Puka, so...
Yep. Well, Barkley's hurt. And yeah, I don't think you can... Him. I don't think you can play Breece Hall. I mean, Pacheco's been really good, but I think it's Walker and Achane right now out of these...
Yep.
Out of this combination for the foreseeable future. But, you can definitely make a trade. I definitely would make a trade and maybe try and cash in on the Pacheco awesome game and see if you can move Pacheco to somebody. If you got all these running backs, somebody is in need of a running back, cash in on Pacheco if you can.
Playing Walker, Achane, and Puka for sure. What are we doing with JSN? Say Jones is on waivers. I wonder if I should put a claim in on him dropping JSN.
I don't think I'm at the point where I'm ready to drop JSN just yet, because Tyler Lockett is older. Metcalf, is a physical receiver that could get banged up at any point, and I'm just not ready to drop him. Not for Zay Jones anyway.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Chupapi, what up, Chupapi? Foot Legends in the building. What's up? My team's cooked this week. Goff, Mostert, Pierce, Debo, Collins, Andrews, Achane, 49ers D. Might change. Jake Moody might change unless you have better kickers. Dutch. I mean, kickers just, look at the weather, look at, if they're playing indoors, if they're playing outdoors, those are just a couple things to look at.
Yeah, the weather's not really much of a factor at this point. I know we had a couple of weeks ago, we had some shitty weather, but for the most part, the weather's still fairly good no matter where you are. Early October. And Jake Moody in San Francisco. That's not a bad kicker to have.
No, not at all.
He's been pretty good. He's a number 5 kicker.
Yeah, so you're just gonna keep playing him.
After a down week. Yeah, he's good.
Don't look back.
Bro, that offense moves the ball.
Would you deal DK and Pacheco for Kelsey, Hammer?
Yep.
Yeah, I would too.
Yep.
I would too. Take advantage of, the big game from Pacheco. Will, what up? Will pick up Hollywood. Drop either Reed or Shaheed. 1 point for every 10 return yards, and Shaheed was leading. Oh, you get return yards. Okay, never mind. Hold on.
Reed is a returner as well.
All-purpose yards last week. Yeah, shit. Is there anybody? Is there not anybody else on your team you can drop other than those two? Like, does it have to be one of those two?
Because these guys are valuable, especially it looks like in this format because Reed and Shaheed both return. Jaden Reed returns punts at this particular point, so he could be valuable there. And he's still getting some decent work, even with Christian Watson back. Jaden Reed is still, but Jaden Reed is going to have limited upside going forward with Christian Watson seemingly back healthy this coming up week, Monday night against Vegas. Yeah, I would like to hold on to both of these guys. You definitely want to add Hollywood. I think he's an definite add at this point. Joshua Dobbs looks pretty good.
He's good. 10. Hold on, I'm just looking at the return yards for these guys. Jaden Reed returning. Jaden Reed, is it counting punt return also, or is it kick return?
I would imagine both. It's just
they don't even show the punt return as yardage on Sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to.
Yeah, it does.
I don't see it.
Yeah, it does. If you
Are you on the phone?
Yeah, on the phone.
Oh, that's why I'm on the desktop. Desktop version of Sleeper is pretty trash, I have to admit.
Yeah, Jaden Reed hasn't really been returning punts as much as he did in the first week. So I mean, if you had to pick one, it would be Reed. I think Shaheed is very much involved, a little bit more so than Jaden Reed. Yeah, Shaheed is getting good work in the return game. Yeah, he's getting real good work in the return game. He's basically getting 70, 80 yards a game, roughly on average. 70, 80 yards a game in the return. Plus whatever he gives you in the receiving game is a bonus.
Yeah, so I'm with you. I'd rather drop Reed. Shaheed, I like Shaheed for the reason that I don't know if Michael Thomas is going to make it through the whole season, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Michael Thomas has actually been pretty solid. And
yes.
Surprisingly, I have to admit that he's actually a good dynasty buy for a contending team.
Mm-hmm.
Just that needs just an extra piece that, for bye weeks and stuff like that, to kind of fill in where you can spend, you can spend a third maybe on a Michael Thomas, depending on, what team is on.
It depends. I mean, the thing that worries me is that I would be the one to trade for him and then he gets hurt.
Yeah, but it's fine. You're not investing in him and you're not counting on him. What I'm saying is when you're contending, you want those little extra pieces, right? Where you can spend those thirds, those seconds, get those extra pieces because you're really putting the chips in. So in case of injury or, bye weeks and stuff, fill-ins, I'm not trying to buy him and play him every single week. You're probably, I don't know, you might be in contention if you're doing that, but I wouldn't want to bet on that. I'm just saying in general, but my bench is Hunter, Moss, Reynolds, McLaughlin, Dude Watson, Evans, bye week. Okay. A-Chain reminds me of a smaller CJ3, yeah. Any trade that I should go for? I think did we briefly say Mostert, Pierce? I mean, Pierce, Debo. Where's the bench at? Moss. I mean, Watson. I mean, all those guys are kind of tradable if you want to try and tier up. It's just I don't know how many people want Watson. Gamo's back, so Reynolds is kind of meh. JT's about to be back, apparently, or we don't know yet, but
that remains to be seen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kelly should not be on the roster on an 8-man. Is he gonna play? I don't know if he's gonna play. They still have to actually make him active, which I don't believe they've done yet. I haven't seen anything yet that says he's definitely going to play. All I saw was that he apparently wants to return to practice.
Said he still doesn't want to play for the Colts.
He never wanted to, but he still got to get to 6 games.
Yeah,
he has no choice but to get to 6 games, and he has to. and he can play the next 6 games, and then they have the bye, and then the rest of the season. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I really don't know what's going to happen. That's why he was kind of just a big avoid. Or is he going to get traded all of a sudden at the last minute? Right? I mean, I think we talked about it. The tough part is that the pick, the compensatory pick, whatever, however the hell you say it, um, for him is like a what is it, a 4th round pick? So end of 3rd round, 4th round pick. Like that's when it happens. So they want to get good compensation because they'd get that anyway. Oh, my bad, Zach. Where do you value Kyron Williams rest of season?
Fringe RB1. I mean, he's RB4 right now, and the Rams are a good team. Like, not a good team, I should say. The Rams are a solid team, right? They just beat the brakes off Indianapolis. Actually, Indianapolis almost came back, but they're a solid, respectable team. I think he's really good. I think he'll finish somewhere in the top 10, between 10 and 12. Especially when Cooper Kupp coming back. I think that's obviously going to take away some of his usage to a degree. But yeah, he's got to be in that 10 range, no? 10 to 12 range at this point from what we've seen.
My only problem with Kyron Williams is he's just got a ton of touchdowns. And it's not a bad thing necessarily, but is that going to keep continuing? Is he going to continue to keep getting this goal line work and score touchdowns? Because he hasn't really done much running the football, right?
Hold on. He's getting 15. So he got 17, 25, 17, and 28 opportunities. He is heavily involved. Plus the production on top of it. He's got 6 touchdowns this season in 4 games. So he's heavily involved. He's an RB1 at this point. Like, a month is a good sample size, to say what a guy is, especially with the usage. Now, obviously, running backs get hurt with heavy usage. There's really nobody to threaten Kyron at this point on that particular team.
Unless they trade for JT.
That hasn't happened yet, so I can't speculate on something that hasn't happened. But the return of Cooper Kupp, right? That's kind of what we're waiting on to see. Now, it doesn't look like Cooper Kupp's going to play in week 5. It looks like more like week 6. Based on everything I'm seeing. I'm a Cooper Kupp owner, so I've been kind of keeping close tabs on it. But yeah, man, Kyron's been fantastic, and I don't see why he can't finish in the top 12.
Oh, he's been awesome, but he's got to just keep scoring touchdowns because he's not doing much on the ground, so he has to score touchdowns.
I mean, that kind of is the offense moves, right? And based on what we've seen, he's going to be used down near the goal line. So I can only go by what I've seen.
He's been that way. He's got a ton of goal line carries. That as long as that continues, and absolutely he could be a top 5 guy. If this continues, if he keeps getting the same usage as he gets.
And I don't see a reason that would change. Like you said, outside barring injury or a trade for Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, or Kupp coming back.
Yeah.
I don't know how much that's going to change, but yeah, I mean, I still like Kyron Williams a lot. Player comps, I mean, he's not a guy that I think going forward is going to be the starter like next year and the year after. Like, he's not the future. I don't believe that. But I think he's going to be he could be a RB1 for this year. He already is. So,
I'm going to take
that continues. I have him on 3 teams.
I'm going to take something that you said, and no running back theoretically is the future, right? Unless you're talking about Bijan or Gibbs. Like, there's very few guys that we can say from the running back position is the future. If you're lucky enough to have him on your team, you utilize him, or especially in Dynasty, you can look to trade him and get a valuable asset. So just keeping that in its proper perspective, I guess.
I'm going to set half PPR, pick 3 RBs, HN, Mixon, Aaron Jones, Robinson.
I think I might sit Mixon. I think Aaron Jones is getting healthy, especially based on what we saw last week with him not playing a ton. I think he'll be kind of back to full go with the long week, the extra long week, because they played on Thursday and they don't play till Monday night. So I think Aaron Jones is ready to roll. They got a plus matchup against Vegas. think I'm sitting Mixon's behind down.
Who's
He is playing at Arizona.
Robin?
Commanders are playing
The Bears, right?
Yep, they're playing the Bears on Thursday night. I think I'm playing Robinson for sure.
Yeah, give me Robinson for sure.
I think I'm sitting Mixon down.
Give me A-Chan for sure. My only Aaron Jones, bro. It's my only concern is Aaron Jones. I mean, is he healthy or not?
Let's take a peek.
Didn't look like himself. He sucked last week. I mean,
he practiced on Tuesday. That's a fantastic sign. And they were both on snap counts. I think they'll be ready to roll on Monday night. I think so. So give me Aaron Jones. He has the much higher upside than
it's just
Joe
tough
Mixon.
because Mixon, I mean, with Burrow hurt, like they should feed Mixon.
That hasn't
against the
translated
Cardinals.
much.
Well, he's getting at least the opportunities. That's what I'm saying. Aaron Jones is not.
He was on a snap count, and when we
Okay,
saw
I'm saying Aaron Jones. I'm playing Mixon, but that's just
No.
fair to play. It's definitely fair that you could play Aaron Jones for
No,
sure.
I'm not playing
Pick
Mixon.
who you want, but I'm playing Mixon. Hammer's going with Aaron Jones. Pick one: Goff, Stroud, or Fields for this week. Goff, Stroud, or Fields. I mean, Stroud's been a beast.
Yeah, he's playing Atlanta. At Atlanta. Goff at home against Carolina. I like a lot of that. Justin Fields on the road. I'm not taking that chance. I know he went crazy against Denver, but as we've seen, Denver not very good defensively anyway. I think the Commanders are actually halfway decent, so they'll present a challenge. So it's between Goff and Stroud. Whew. Getting J-Mo back. Looks like they might lean on the run a little bit. Give me Stroud here. It looks like they might kind of run that Monty train. Give me Stroud here.
I'm playing Stroud as well. He's been hot. He's been on fire. I think you can play him and feel pretty comfortable. Trubisky's startable this week.
Oof. Home against Baltimore. I don't know if I like that very much.
Second QB in San Fran.
Super flex.
Oh, second. I'm saying San Fran. What the fuck? Super flex. Second few.
What is the other option?
Trubisky.
He probably had Pickett as his.
If he even plays, I mean, they said Pickett might even play. Or they could sit him because they got the bye after, I think, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, what other options you got?
I think
you probably don't have any other options if you got to play Trubisky's.
Yeah, that might be the option. He might have had him as that. He might have picked him up when Pickett got hurt.
So, you got to play him. You got to play him. I mean, I don't love it, but Pedro said, help. I get JT, Barkley, Keenan Allen, Cowboys defense. JT, Barkley, Keenan Allen, Cowboys defense. Give up Ayuk, AJ Brown, Josh Jacobs, 49ers defense. Do I do it or no? So let's just take out the defenses. Fuck the defenses real quick. Josh Jacobs, AJ Brown, and Ayuk, Keenan Allen, Saquon, and JT.
Well, JT and Barkley aren't playing for you right now. And even when they do come back, there's a lot of questions. Keenan Allen's been a beast, but Ayuk, AJ Brown, looks like Josh Jacobs found something last week, especially in the pass game anyway. No, I think I'm holding.
Yeah, I think I only make this trade if I'm like 0-4 or like 1-3, and I just want to shake it up and just take the chance and take the upside of, you know, Barkley coming back healthy and smashing, Keenan continuing to smash, and JT coming back and smashing, or getting traded and smashing. So, yeah, I think I only want to take it if I really want to, you know, if I want to shake shit up.
Yeah, I agree.
Crispy. What up, Crispy? Will said best ball. Those are my worst receivers. Yeah. AJ Brown, St. Brown, Ridley Watson, Puka Waddle. Nice. Nice. Sim picked up Stroud for Herbert's bye week. Good idea. Think he can keep up the production against the Falcons.
No
Yeah, I
reason
mean,
not to think
I don't
so.
see why not. I know they've got a good cornerback in Terrell, and that's fine. But you know, he follows around Nico. Maybe Tank Dell has a better game this week. I know. Last week I told everybody to just play Nico over Dell just because he was the X wide receiver. He was just a bigger guy. I just felt better about it. I know Dell was hot. We did pick Dell in a lot of situations against some other guys, but when it was Nico or Dell, I remember going Nico.
You did. Yep.
I remember going Nico, and this week might be tough if he gets shadowed. But you still got to play him regardless. But yeah, I'm fine. I think CJ continues this week against the Falcons, especially with Ritter shit in the bed as usual.
No, Ritter's terrible.
I told you it's only going to take a few games. I mean, I know maybe he had like one good game or so, and that's fine. But when you only play 2-3 games, I mean, once you start playing, you're going to see more and more how many times they're just not good. But Frank said, would you stream Dobbs over T-Law? Jacksonville plays Buffalo. Howell Golf on waivers. Lawrence not doing good right now.
So, Frank, really quick, I'm in a similar situation where I'm considering streaming Dobbs over Burrow at this point because it's been so bad. It's not
I
fun.
actually have a situation like that too. It's kind of fucked up. I got to play Mac Jones, I think, in this week instead of. I might just play Burrow. Mac Jones is so trash.
Yeah, but Dobbs has been solid, actually good, good, startable good. So that's more of a situation than Mac Jones. I would never play Mac Jones over Burrow. I don't care what the situation is, but Dobbs has shown me enough where it looks like he has commanded that Arizona offense. He's got decent weapons. Obviously, Hollywood's there. They got a couple of decent tight ends. James Conner's been balling pretty well. You know what, Frank? Depending on where your team is at, would kind of be this decision for me. If you're 3-1, 4-0, something like that, I'm kind of rolling with T-Law just because it feels like he has the higher upside. But listen, man, if you wanted to roll with Dobbs, I couldn't be mad at you. They are playing Cincinnati, who just got thrashed by Tennessee. Oof, Jesus. But yeah, I couldn't be mad at you because I'm considering starting Dobbs over Burrow this week. So I would not be mad at you if you played Dobbs over Trevor this week.
Can't do it. I can't do it. I'd probably play Howard off over Dobbs, but I mean, it's fair to put Dobbs in. I mean, he has been solid, but I ain't doing it. Will said Reed is a drop. Yep, absolutely. Bayou. What up, Bayou Bango? What's good, brother? We appreciate you there. Guys, hit that like if you haven't already. Smash that subscribe if you're new. But appreciate you, Bayou. Also have Pittman. Okay. Chi-Town. Trade Monty Mostert Lamb for Laporta, Hill, and Miles Sanders. Monty Mostert Lamb, Laporta, Hill, Miles Sanders. You want
That's
the
a
cheetah?
tough one. That's a tough one, man. Cheetah's had two kind of subpar games, and it looks like CeeDee Lamb is heating up, like really heating up. Actually, not really. I guess because he had the touchdown. Yeah, I'm taking Sam Laporta and Tyreek Hill.
No, not really. No, the past 2 games, I mean, it hasn't been good, but
he can go at any time. All it takes is one. Yeah, I'm taking the Tyreek Hill side, and Sam Laporta's been fantastic. It's a lot. It's a lot, but he's
just don't like Miles Sanders.
Yeah, I get it, but that's the cost of getting Tyreek Hill.
You've got running backs. It depends what your running backs are. Can you find? Did he put his running backs in here?
Hold on. Let's see. Who is this? Callie
Chi-Town.
Yeah, he did. Josh Allen, Kyron Williams, Ramondre. He's got Diggs. It would be Tyreek, and his tight end would be Sam Laporta. Flex Metcalf.
That's what his team would look like if he made the trade.
Mm-hmm.
Kyron, Ramondre. Oh, I see it. Diggs.
Diggs.
Cheetah, Laporta, Flex DK. Yeah, I mean, you'd be really strong at wide receiver and tight end. I mean, yeah, I'm okay with doing it.
Yeah.
I don't love it, but yeah, I'm okay with it. Go
Yeah,
get
I
it,
think I'm
Callie.
doing this.
Ace, what up, Ace? Bench Waddle for Romeo? No, I'm not doing that.
No, we're not doing that. And Romeo Dobbs has been fantastic this season, but you're not benching him for Jalen Waddle. And this is coming from a
Yeah.
Packer fan. We're not doing that.
Yeah, I don't think we can roll with that.
Also, too, really quick on that front, Christian Watson is going to be more involved. Like that was his first game back. He was on a snap count. Romeo can still be really good, but Watson and Aaron Jones are going to eat into some of Romeo's work. So no, we're not doing that just yet. Romeo's still a flex play, but not over Waddle. No.
Anyways, last year's James Conner league winner. Yeah, he absolutely can be. He's been that so far.
Yeah.
Been that so far. We'll see what continues.
You could throw HN in there as well as that type of Mostert.
Tyler said he wants to go Dubes. Waddle hasn't done anything in 3 weeks he's played. Yeah, I mean, that means he's due. I mean, I'm not trying to play Dubes with. You got Watson that just came back too. I mean, Waddle can give you 200. Romeo Dubes is not giving you 200.
No argument there.
No. And we've seen Waddle continuously do it for 2 seasons in a row. So I'm not off of Waddle, but I mean, you can make the point for sure to play Dubes if you feel like, Waddle hasn't done anything and you don't want to play him. Comp for Kyron Williams is James Robinson. Yeah, you can say. I mean, you can say that. Yeah,
in
you
that
can
year
say
with
that.
the Jaguars,
It might not be. Yeah, you can say that. Where's James Robinson now, though? I mean, that's the thing with some of these running backs.
Yeah, especially running backs that aren't drafted like a Bijan, like a Gibbs, like a Barkley. When these running backs don't have that draft capital, within them, it's going to be tough.
He's not running Kyron for 2 or 3 years. That's not happening. It could, but I just highly doubt that he's going to be their running back workhorse for the next 2 to 3 years. It's possible, but you're going to lose that battle 9 out of 10 times. As we saw with, how everybody loved Algier. We saw Bijan get drafted there. I mean, you can talk about ETN, James Robinson. I mean, it's just on and on. Infinite possibilities. What up? What's good, bro? Would you trade Austin Hooper for Bateman?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd take Bateman, even though he's hurt. Austin Hooper is nothing.
Eckler and Henry for CMC.
Yeah, go for the gusto.
You need a running back, though.
Yeah. CMC's balling.
No, he's being offered Eckler and Derrick Henry. He has CMC.
Oh, he's getting. Ooh.
It's tough to give up CMC.
How long is Eckler going to be out? I feel like
I'm only doing it if I've got a bunch of injuries and I don't have good wide, or if I don't have good wide receivers.
So you're inheriting another injury in Eckler?
No, I'm saying I don't want to do it unless I absolutely need to do it. Unless circumstances arise where you need to split CMC into 2, I'm not doing it.
And I don't know, man. That Eckler's risky. I'm hanging on to CMC, man.
What I'm saying, I'm hanging on to CMC.
Yep.
Roll with CMC. Ace said he's 1-3 in 3 leagues because I keep starting the wrong guys. Ridley, CD, Waddle, Goff, defenses, kickers. Yeah, I mean, it's been tough with CD. It's been tough with Waddle. It's been tough with Ridley. Trust me. I have Waddle. I have Ridley. I have CD in multiple leagues. So it's been on and off. But that's where your other guys kind of come into play. Can you get saved by some of those guys some weeks? You make sure you do your waiver wire pickups. So just kind of stay on top of things. I mean, if you want to shake shit up, you could. But at any given week, you could hit and outscore the whole league pretty easily. Guys, so
I think the key with these guys is to just keep playing them, because once you start taking them out of your lineup and they go off, then you really hurt yourself. Or make a trade if you really want to shake shit up. 1-3, you kind of got to save your season at this point. So if you want to, Ridley had a nice touchdown, CD had a touchdown. I'd rather trade Ridley rather than CD. But if you want to shake shit up, see what you can get for these guys.
Yeah, send out some offers or inquire. It's Matt.
Yeah,
CMC's pretty much untradeable unless you get like JJ. Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
agreed.
So unless you're in desperate need, then we're not doing it. Fields gonna have a revenge game. He can
Why
have
would
whatever revenge games he wants, but he's about to get replaced. Did you see they're about to get the first and second pick next year as of right now? And it was like
yeah,
Caleb Williams, Marvin Harrison.
yep, yep.
You know, but yeah, I mean, if you have Fields, I mean, it's tough to not play him because the rushing upside, but he hasn't been great, and he's still top 10, I think. Yeah, 10. That's the crazy thing about Justin Fields. But collapsing for Caleb. Have Joe Burrow. Have Joe broken. A slew of injuries. Traded Connor Lockett, his first and second. Early mid, getting Stroud, Kendre, Mims, and $10 fab. All right, tight end premium, 12 teams. You have Burrow and a bunch of injuries. So you traded away Connor, Lockett, and this guy's first and second. Okay. You're getting Stroud, Kendre, and Mims. I'm definitely down with Stroud. The problem is you're paying for you're paying for Stroud right now because of what he's been doing. But yeah, I'm good with that. Give me Stroud. Give me the QB.
And then you set yourself up for next year with your your super flex.
So you're gonna have Caleb. So you're gonna have basically Joe Burrow, Stroud, and most likely you'll have Caleb Williams next year. Is that the plan here?
Or do you take Marvin Harrison?
I mean, you could take the QB and then buy Marvin Harrison plus. So typically you probably just try and trade down if someone needs the QB. Otherwise, you take them and then tax them for it. That's all. Similar trajectory. Where would y'all have Stroud? Possibly Caleb or Marvin Harrison as startups next year. Shit, if Stroud keeps playing where he is, he'll be fucking top 5 to 8. Like,
yep.
And then you're talking about Caleb could possibly be right in the top 5, 6 right away. We know how people are with rookies. We know.
Hold on. If Caleb goes to the Bears, do you still feel the same way?
Not if they get Marvin Harrison too.
Okay.
But he might not even want to go to the Bears. That's the other part. It's like he's talking about I don't have to. I could make enough money, so I don't know. I don't know. That could be weird. But yeah, I see Caleb and Stroud basically as going in top 8 in startups. And Marvin Harrison is probably easily a top 10 dynasty wide receiver already right off the bat. That's how the market is going to be on those guys. Whether you agree or not, doesn't really matter, but that's going to be what the market is. At least from what I see or what I can tell. I don't know if you feel any different, but
no, I feel very similarly. The situation I think does matter to some degree. Him going to the Bears would not make me feel good about it after what I've seen that organization do to Justin Fields. So yeah, I would like to see what where he goes, that coaching staff, that organization, because that shit matters. Like I can't understate that enough. So. But yeah, you got to imagine he's going to be in the 8 to 10 range to start out. And then like CJ Stroud can just vault into that, like you said, 6 to 8 range.
Yes, I have Burrow, T-Law, Stroud, and Lance, Gibbs, and JSN, and nothing else now. Thinking about a back QB horde or trade back for Harrison. Yeah, basically that's exactly what we are. Yeah, I feel that. You're fine there. At least you got assets that you can break down
and a strategy. And
that's
a plan.
why, and you have a strategy in place. So that's that's how you want to play it in Dynasty, right? Have a strategy. You're doing things for a specific reason, and you follow through with that, and you're getting high quality assets. So Simp said Steelers, Lions, Commanders, or Dolphins this week. Defenses. Commanders against the Bears. Lions against the Panthers. Shit.
Steelers taking on what's Steelers
Ravens. They're taking on the Ravens.
I think I might go Lions here. That defensive line is getting after people.
Lions against the Panthers.
Yep.
Yeah, I might go with that one too. Commanders is close, but yeah, let's go with the Lions. Simp. Let's go with the Lions. Ace said you can't afford to keep starting the wrong guys now, and nobody can. You got Kamara. You got Kamara at least. I mean, he had a bunch of targets last game. If it does that continue, I don't know if that had to do with Derek Carr and his arm or what. But you want to hope for that type of production through the air. But Waddle, Ridley, Mostert in the flex. Should I pick up Thielen? I mean, I'm fine with picking up Thielen, but I'm not going to start him over any of these guys. That's the problem.
Yeah, I'm fine with picking up Thielen as well, but I am not unless you make a trade. Trade Ridley if you want, if you're feeling that.
Mm-hmm. Is Akers taking over in Minnesota? I don't think he's taking over, but I think Madison is still the guy this year. I mean, Akers. Does he re-sign next year? I mean,
I don't see a takeover per se.
Yeah, I don't see a takeover either. Can he get some work and they start splitting the backfield into a committee? Yeah, sure. But I'm with you. I don't see a takeover. I don't think that's happening. Michael Wilson, the next Puka. No, he's not the next Puka, but he's pretty good. He has, he's got a good opportunity. He has a real chance right off the bat to produce, unlike some of these other guys like Quentin Johnson or JSN, where they're just behind some of these veterans that, are really producing and they can't really get a full shot yet. So, Michael Wilson has a shot here, but no, he's not Puka for sure.
He's not playing with as good of a quarterback.
He can be very good for sure.
Solid. Yeah, solid.
He's a good hold, unless you're throwing him in a trade to kind of tear up or something. I don't love him just because the injury history and all that. And then I don't know. But Puka's my guy. Chi-Town, Josh Allen, Kyron Williams, Stevenson, Diggs, Tyreek. Oh, we went over.
Yeah, that was the one.
That was the lineup now. All right. Mulaney, start one wide receiver. Mooney, London, Bourne, or Dubs, whatever.
Mooney's out.
Yeah, Mooney for sure is out. Bourne's for sure out.
Yeah, Bourne is out as well. London did have the touchdown, but I don't want to overreact too much to that.
Should have
There's not enough volume there, dude. Give me Dubs here.
Going with the Dubs. Yeah, against Vegas. Give me the Dubs too.
Feels like it's got to be the Dubs. Do the Dubs. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, I'm with you, Will. There's no next Puka. The funny thing about Puka is like the people that love Puka now and are dropping first-round picks and high-profile players to go get Puka are the same people that don't believe third and fourth round picks mean anything, and they never want them, and they never mean anything in trades to those people. And then it just goes to show you, like, and the hit rate is horrible when you're talking about, third round and fourth round, rookie picks. But there is always that one outlier that will shine through. But listen, for every Puka, there's 99 fucking, guys that don't make it or turn out to nothing. So. Well, yeah. Claypool. Just
send his ass home.
Not even Claypool, but would you trade Godwin in London for Waddle?
I imagine this has got to be
a redraft, right?
Yeah, I'm
not
doing
with, not with Evans. I mean, with Evans getting the injury, I don't know how. We don't know how severe it is. They said it's not severe, but I don't know.
I'm doing it. Yep.
But yeah,
give me Waddle. Thank you.
Just fuck it. Just get in the Miami offense.
That's it.
I could feel that. But yeah, if you got other wide receivers, then I'm fine with that because I'd rather have Waddle over Godwin.
For sure.
Fields is being replaced. No, he's not going to be replaced. Not this year, at least, but possibly next year if they continue to, be horrible and they wound up with these first 2 picks in the draft. I mean, Diaz said he's got.
We got this.
That. My bad. Caleb goes to Chicago. Then I doubt Fields will be. Flus will be Bears head coach going forward.
Oh yeah, they're gonna clean house again. They're gonna clean.
They'll clean the whole house. Keenan on his bye. With Keenan on his bye, okay. What 3 do I start? Pickens, Collins, Sutton, Dell.
You're starting Nico. You're starting Sutton. It's between Pickens and Dell. There's some uncertainty. Yeah, I'm not feeling Pickens right now. I don't like starting 2 guys from the same team, especially wide receivers, because I think one of them, especially with the way things are going, one of them is going to have a good game, the other one not such a good game. I mean, like I said, Collins and Sutton are a lock, and then I think it's a toss-up. Maybe you go Dell. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't love Sutton either, but he has been scoring touchdowns. I mean, they're going against the Jets. I'm sitting Sutton. Fuck it. Give me Pickens, Collins, and Dell. Even though like you said, I don't love starting both Collins and Dell, but I'm gonna do it. Forget you, Sutton. Is Cup back? I don't think we know for sure yet.
So he's practicing, and that gives the Rams a 21-day window to activate him off the IR, which I think they will after this week of practice to see how he looks. I've seen a lot of information that he's going to play week 6, not week 5. But there is an outside chance. I guess they'll have to see how he feels during the week, but looking more like a week 6 return for Cooper Kupp.
Yeah. One league I picked up Puka with my last pick of the draft. Awesome. After the first week in another league, I bid $25. Nobody bid on him. After the first week, nobody bid on him. Damn, that's crazy. Tyler said, "Why is Waddle startable if he does nothing again?" Hold on.
Well,
there you go. This is why he's startable. Wide receiver 13 and wide receiver 8 the last 2 years. 1,300 yards, 1,000 yards. And that's with Tua hurt.
I'm not even going to go by that. Like that is a way to look at it. I'm not even going by that. That Miami offense is going to present so many opportunities for a guy like Jalen Waddle to explode. Now, we can understand people's frustration, especially in a short redraft season where we're basically a little less than a quarter of the way through, or a third, I should say, through the season. So, Tyler, I totally understand why your frustration is kind of getting to where it is with Waddle, because he hasn't been that guy that you expected. But that Miami offense, and plus with his track record, I would feel more comfortable starting Jalen Waddle than Dubes. But listen, man, if you want to go with Dubes because he's been better statistically this season than Waddle, it's hard to kind of argue with the facts.
Sure.
But you don't want to sit Waddle and he goes off for 150 and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
you don't want to be that guy.
Don't want to do that.
Or if you want, trade Waddle. Like if you're fed up with him, trade him.
Absolutely. Flowers or Kirk week 5? Gotta be Kirk.
I like that. I was on Flowers last week and he wasn't great. They were pretty much ahead. They wiped the floor with Cleveland. So yeah, give me some Christian Kirk here, man. Christian Kirk's been pretty good.
Oh yeah. Kamara, Ridley, Mostert, Pierce in the flex.
Was there something else to that?
You got to pick one, I guess. Kamara, Ridley, Mostert, or Pierce.
Pierce is out.
Yeah, I'm with that for sure.
Kamara's interesting because he had a really good game coming back. Ridley did have the touchdown. Mostert coming off the quiet game. It's hard to sit Mostert going against the Giants. Who do the Saints have? New England. At New England. Jags at Buffalo. Give me Mostert against the Giants. That's a tough one, though.
Yeah, I want to go Mostert. Especially if they're running the ball a ton. If they're up. I mean, Ridley could still be decent. I think White is out. If they've got to throw the ball, if it's some kind of high-scoring game. I mean, and then you've got Kamara. What do you have, 14 catches, 13 catches, whatever you had?
He was good.
Crazy. I don't think you really did much with him, but
Caught the
that was
tutty.
31 rushing, 13 for 33. I mean,
Yeah, I think I'm sticking with Mostert here.
all right, I might have to go Mostert too. Shit. Justice, Waddle and Higgins been letting me down on 1 and 3. Should I hold or try to package them off?
Well, the problem with Higgins is he's hurt, so he's not going to get you a whole lot in return.
Well, he might play. They haven't ruled him out. He said he's going to try
He's-
and handle the pain, but I think the biggest issue is that because these guys aren't producing, it's like who really wants them?
he's
What
hurt.
are you going to
Yep.
get for them?
Yeah.
Like that's the biggest issue, you know, of the hole that you're in is, you
For
know.
sure.
But I do think they'll be better. You somehow have to try and weather the storm because, you know, you can try and shop them around, see what you can get, of course. But it's just going to be tough for you to be able to find something with the way that they've been.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Definitely see what's out there.
Appreciate you, Andrew. No problem, man. Appreciate you. Do y'all think Keaton Mitchell could take over Baltimore backfield? I don't think he's taking over, but with injury, he can definitely find himself playing, you know,
I think
playing time.
I think there's a big difference between taking over and being fantasy relevant, right? Like,
Yeah.
all you want is some opportunities. If he gets 10 to 12 opportunities, 15 maybe, then you can start saying, okay, he can be an RB2. So that's all you're really looking for. Is he going to get some opportunities?
Mm-hmm. Will said Puka was a league winner in the first week. Yeah, absolutely. No,
sure.
it doesn't. It doesn't happen much. It doesn't happen much often. No, of course not. Crazy outlier of what's happening. But Emil said, speaking of Miami's offense, what are we doing with Jeff Wilson when he gets back?
Well, you're not playing him as long as Mostert and Achane are healthy and kind of producing at this level. Now you kind of have to wait and see how they use him, right? I don't think we expected Achane to be, turn out to be producing at this clip. So you have to wait and see with Jeff Wilson. And then in a 3-headed committee, that's even worse. So I'm going to wait and see with Jeff Wilson at this point.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. He's got to come back before anything. So we've got to see what happens. But, I mean, listen, they've been running the ball. I mean, the team's built around the pass, right? Cheetah and Waddle. I mean, they'll get back to that eventually. I know it wasn't great last week, or been great for Waddle at all. But I think that will come together. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it's definitely interesting to see what happens when Wilson comes back. Are they all three going to be sprinkled in? I still think Achane probably still sees like 10 to 12 touches at the, I don't know how much less you can try and give him, but I don't know, man. I don't know. It's the one variable I don't think anybody knows. I think we all want or most people want Achan to just, be the guy.
Mm-hmm.
But, there are things that are out of our control that no matter how much we want, I mean, Kyle Pitts, Drake London, all guys that we love. I mean, there's unfortunately things that are out of our control. You know, what wide receiver would you be more comfortable giving up? Olave, Garrett, Puka. I want to pair one of those with Walker and try and get a Diggs or an Adams. Rather give up Garrett
Yeah,
out of all of those guys for sure.
I would as well, but yeah, I mean, combining that with Kenneth Walker, you probably want to go after Diggs. I mean,
Hmm.
Adams is good
Sure.
too, but I don't
Yeah.
trust Jimmy Garoppolo to stay healthy. I know Adams is going to be really good regardless, but is he going to be as good as he can be if Jimmy G is in and out of the lineup? So yeah, see if you can package Garrett and Walker and go get you a Diggs.
Sure. Tila or Stroud week 5.
It's Stroud at this
We're
point,
going with
boys.
Stroud. We're going
Yeah,
with Stroud.
yeah,
He said he's going to start Achan over Mostert at RB. It's
that's
hard to
bold.
argue with it the last 2 games that he's had. Like, it's really hard to, but and the other part, that I saw, I know when Achan had the 2 tutties, but Mostert kinda got them, like, down there, and then I think he took a big hit and, like, called to take himself out, and then Achan scored on that next play. And then similar, I think, on the second touchdown, that there was, but
They're using him.
man, yeah, no, for sure, for sure. Can we start him over Mostert, though?
It's
I don't think
risky.
we know exactly what's gonna happen because I think last game, being that they were down, like, I don't know if that's gonna be
Maybe they
what
didn't
they're
want
gonna
to kind
do
of.
going forward. Like, that's the tough part. Like, it's tough to see, like, what are they really when,
It's a
it's a
game.
close game that they're playing.
Yeah, I tend to agree, and I think because Mostert is 31 years old, they saw that game was getting away from them. They were like, "Why are we going to put this extra work? Let's just run the young guy." And Achan only got 8 carries, so it's not like he got a ton of carries. He just made the
No,
most of it.
Mostert had less. Mostert had, I think, 1 less, right? I think he had 7, so
Right.
wasn't, good in general. But, yeah, I'm okay if you wanna do that. It's just tough to, I think, but you could definitely make the case for it after what's going on lately. Song, what up, Song?
Get her
Flex
done.
spot, flex spot, Moss, Breida, Watson, Dubs.
Whew. I'm taking Breida out of there. No, thank you.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Zach Moss has kind of came back down to earth against the Rams, and they have Tennessee up next with the pending Jonathan Taylor return potentially. So between Watson or Dubes, whoo,
Do you trust Christian Watson yet? Do you think he's, like, fully healthy now or what?
it's tough because I don't want to be that guy to not play Watson, and he gives you 5 for 100,
It's Dubs.
but it is Dubes.
We're playing Dubs. Diaz sold A-Chain and a third. You sold A-Chain and a third. You got Ford and Algier. Been running
Oof,
0.0 RB. Okay.
that's
You're 3-1. You're up there in points for because of your build. Okay. So you're probably solid in other areas. Tried to get a first for HN, but no one was biting. All right. Yeah, I don't like it. I probably would have just liked to kept HN. Unless I'm getting the top dollar for him, I'm just keeping him.
I
No
think I
one's biting
agree.
right now, but I mean, I'd probably just take the chance and just hold him. I might, unless I'm getting top dollar, I probably just want to hold him. But
Yeah, I think I'm holding as well because I feel like, but that's also a tough situation with Jeff Wilson coming back. Can he keep this
it is.
up?
It is. If you're afraid, I mean, I get it. I get
Yeah,
it.
I would have tried to push the envelope a little bit more, especially coming off of 2 really good games. I would
You're
have tried to
getting
push the
Ford,
envelope a
a
little.
guy that you can play, getting Algier, but Yeah, it's a tough one, DS. That's a tough one. Browns have Burrow, Chase, Stack. Have my own first, no second, another 0 RB build. This is the way to go. That's what I do. To 3 in points 4, one top 3 in points 4. Wanted to save my first for RB before deadline. That's what I always try and recommend people, to do. Would you trade Burrow for a tier down of A-Rich plus or Stroud plus or hold the line?
Because you have Chase, I think you want to hold Burrow. Stroud is very interesting. A-Rich as well. I probably lean Stroud over A-Rich. A-Rich gives you the rushing upside, but there's always that risk of injury that we talk about. I think I'm holding because I have Chase.
We've seen what Burrow can do kind of, more than one season. So
I think the Chase thing is the stack is really what kind of holds the line for me. If you didn't have Chase, I wouldn't mind it.
I don't mind inquiring though.
Yeah.
Stroud plus what? What could you get? I mean, A-Rich. I don't know if I want to go to A-Rich. You could, but I'd probably just hold him Burrow. Song said, "What should I do? I'm 0-4. Picked in the 12 spot. Hurts, AJ Brown, Elijah Moore, Pierce, Sanders, Flowers, Waller, Dotson in the flex." You don't really have, nobody has like a lot of value, I guess, except for Zay, maybe. Because Pierce and Sanders has been kind of trash. Elijah Moore's been
Waller.
Yes, but nothing. No, last game was bad too. So, best I would say is, can you combine some of these guys, to try and tier up? But like I said, it's just rough.
There's not a ton of value right now.
AJ or Hurts, but I mean, do you have to? At what point is it like, fuck it, I got to just break the whole thing down? I mean, because this team is not. I don't think this team is going to make a comeback. Do you think this team would make a comeback currently constructed?
No, not necessarily. Even if AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts are going nuts, we still need a little bit more.
So we have to move me. You might have to move both of these guys.
Split them into 2 each. So you go from Jalen Hurts to Jared Goff plus something else.
Well, what about? I was gonna say, do we take the chance on like a Burrow, play a fill-in for a week? Maybe it's time to try and take shots that Burrow comes back.
No, see the reason why
you don't have that much time. I know he's 0-4 already.
No, and Joe Burrow's injury could be season long, right?
I mean, if he re-aggravates it, yeah.
Yeah, but not even re-aggravating it. Maybe he's just not right this season. That's just the bottom line. So my best advice would be go to tier down from Hurts, split Hurts into Jared Goff plus somebody like that, because Jared Goff is still going to be solid. People are going to the AJ the Jared Goff owner is going to would want to tier up from Jared Goff to Jalen Hurts, I would imagine. And then you split AJ Brown into Jalen Waddle plus.
Yeah, you could do that. I mean, almost any QB to tier down, and then so we got to find a team that maybe they want to shake shit up too. I don't know.
Or
I would look to definitely split Hurts and AJ.
If you really want to go for the gusto, you trade both of them as a package, and you can probably get a lot more if a team wants to shake it up per se.
Yeah, well then they'd be trading basically their whole team. So
you never know.
We could split it up or something, but yeah, let's trade Hurts, let's trade AJ, let's split it. We have to. We have no choice at this point. Bigsby gained. Yeah, I mean Purdy on. All right, you got Purdy on the bench. I mean
McLaughlin could be interesting.
We'll see if what's his name's out. Oh, we read that one already. Barefoot Brothers, what's up? What's good, man? Any questions you got? Throw them in the chat. Appreciate you for tuning in. For sure. Traded Fields and Breida for Cousins. I'm fine with that.
I'm good with that as well.
Fine with that. How much we putting on Trubiscuits for Fab and Superflex Dynasty?
Not a lot. If you have Pickett,
I mean,
if you have Pickett, maybe a little bit more. But I'm not putting a lot. 5% maybe. If I had Pickett, 10%, 15, depending on if you really need.
I mean, I'm okay putting 25, 30, and 40% if I could get a pick out of it. How desperate are motherfuckers to get Trubiscuits?
I don't think so, because I don't think Pickett's going to be out very long. At least it sounds like. Let's take a look. Kenny Pickett expected to practice Wednesday. Yeah, so I'm not going for the gusto for Trubiscuits.
If you got some Fab, fuck, I'm okay with losing a little bit to take the chance and just grab a pick or something. But like Hammer said, I don't want to go too crazy. Hattie said, if I trade Walker and Garrett, my team would look like Allen, Barkley, Achane, Diggs, Olave, Laporta, Puka. Yeah, that's looking pretty good.
That bench is awesome
Addison
too.
On the bench, you got Sutton.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Let's do it, Caddy. Let's fucking make shit happen, bro. Let's make shit happen. Would you guys drop Dotson, my wide receiver 5, for Michael Wilson?
Maybe. I'd take the chance. Fuck it.
If he's your wide receiver 5 and you're not playing him, he's just sitting on your bench. I mean, yeah, you're probably not going to play Michael Wilson either. So
would you feel? But you with the bye week starting to roll in, these guys are going to become viable flex plays. Wide receiver 3 flexes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It could go either way, really. You could take Wilson just because I don't know. We had a good game last week, but I mean, Dotson is kind of the same. They both got guys in front of them and shitty QBs. Would you flex Brees over other running backs, Bijan, B-Rob, or Swift? No. Oh, well, yeah, he is playing Denver. That's right. That's right. But we're not playing him over Swift, right?
No,
we're not playing him over Bijan.
Nope.
Can you make the case to play him over B-Rob?
Against the Bears?
When you look at it that way, I mean...
I think B-Rob and Swift are the lock. I mean, Bijan and Swift are the locks here.
You can make the argument for B-Rob, but I don't know. Can we trust the Jets? Can we trust the Jets?
I don't know if you can.
I'm playing B-Rob for now. I'll take the L on Brees until we kind of see it. No problem, Song. Appreciate you, bro. PB Dubs in the building. What up, brother? Atlanta, please get a QB. I know.
There it is.
I know. And I whenever I see all these meme type shits, I just love posting them.
So really quick, we were watching the London game. I was watching. I'm sure we all were. And
Ritter.
After Ritter had that shitty first half, I'm like, Heineke watch, and it just didn't happen. I thought Heineke was going to get his behind in the game, but apparently they're not ready to pull that trigger yet.
They were almost at that point. I don't know if you saw the Mac Hollins things that I posted,
did.
Where he
I
tried
actually
to tap
saw
him up.
I saw it live when it actually happened.
Yeah,
and the camera cut away really quick, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Josh Allen was getting fucking. Dabo was pissed. He fucking threw the computer.
Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I saw that too.
But yeah, please get a QB. But listen, I'm glad that they got to play Ritter and see what he really is, and it's just hopefully it's just a matter of time. So we'll see what happens.
Getting that.
Because I saw the whole Kyle Pitts thing was pissing me off, so I just started to look it up. And then I think I posted on Instagram. Maybe I'll do a video on it. But yeah, I mean, Kyle Pitts is 65 to 70% lining up in the slot, so he's not even lining up at tight end. So he's basically just the slot wide receiver with the tight end is actually Jonnu. Like that's the actual tight end basically. Because he's only Pitts is only lining up at tight end spot like 10% of the time. So,
which is wild.
Fucked. Well, 20%, I guess you can say, left side and right side, 10% each or something like that. It was. But yeah, I mean, they need to get a QB because that's a huge mismatch for Pitts to be like in the slot like that, and he's getting open. I mean, I think he's first in air yards, for tight ends. He's still decent in categories, but they can't get him the ball. That's the problem. So he's basically not startable right now. Oh, my bad, Facebook user missed that. Which defense would you play, Dallas or San Fran this week?
Give me the San Fran defense at home.
Who are they playing?
Dallas.
They're playing that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I'll take San Fran too. Fuck it, if you got to pick one of them. Coach C, what up, Coach? Would you drop Freiermuth for or Henry for Ferguson? Yes.
Which one would you drop?
Well, Freiermuth is hurt. Freiermuth's actually hurt right now. I think he's gonna miss.
Yes, he is. Yeah, he's probably gonna miss 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah, I would drop him for Ferguson.
But you can drop either of those guys, but yeah, I drop either of them really for Ferguson. If you want to drop Freiermuth because he's not playing, then yeah. But it's gonna be tough. Like, don't choose every week between Henry or Ferguson. Like, pick one of those guys that you're gonna play and just play him. It's hard to pick which weeks who's gonna do what, at the tight end position. So appreciate you, Coach. Hope all is good with you, brother. Hope all is good with you, man. Dylan, salutes from Louisiana and from the Trap House too. Oh shit, appreciate you. Appreciate you. What's up with it? Don't think we formally met. Well, we have now. I'm Stevie B, and this is Hammer. Welcome to the team, bro. Denver was a defense Brees broke out against last year.
No, Brees broke out pretty early last year.
It's just so hard, bro.
It's just a weird situation. Brees hasn't been great. I mean, you can make the argument like that Denver defense is not good. It's tough. You don't want to be wrong on that week, but the options that guy had were pretty damn good. I believe it was Swift, B-Rob, and Bijan. Like you said, you can make the B-Rob argument, but it looks like Gibby's in the doghouse, and B-Rob is going against the Bears. So,
Coach said, "Thank you for all you do, boys. Appreciate you, Coach. Thank you guys for all you do. For you guys, tuning in. We wouldn't be here without y'all. So,
enjoy it.
Skull. Yep, absolutely. Skull.
We're not doing that.
Yes, we are. Yes, the fuck we are. Can we get a skull?
I gotta ask you this. How nervous were you watching that Panthers-Vikings game? Did you think they were gonna fucking goof it early on?
I always think they're gonna goof it now, so who the fuck knows?
You're secretly rooting for them to goof it so you can go out and get Caleb, you little bastard.
Apparently, the Minnesota is one of the, I think, 4 or 5 teams that Caleb Williams said he would play for. I don't know if
they got
JJ. The little list that he came out with. Apparently, there's a few teams, the only teams apparently that he'll play for.
Yeah, they got JJ.
The Niners were one. The Cowboys, the Vikings. Shit, I can't remember what the other ones were. Somebody else throw them out there if you remember, or if anyone else seen the report that I seen. One Nation, how do we feel about stashing Dolphins tight end Smythe? Would you start him against the Giants? Tight ends are Waller and Okonkwo, Mayer. God damn, you don't need that many tight ends, dog. You're not going to find the perfect one. I mean,
get rid of Hooper. Mayer, I'm okay with holding on to just because he has some upside. Yeah, you don't need that many tight ends. I don't think he makes much of a difference at this point. He had a solid game, 4 for 41, but I don't think he makes much of a difference at this point to carry that many tight ends.
Just playing Waller every week. I'm not
Yeah,
stopping. That's all you're doing. Even Waller, he hasn't been good, but it doesn't matter. You have to just play him every week. Out of all these guys, just play Waller. Don't worry about it. Drop all the other guys. Just keep Waller. You can keep one backup tight end if you want, depending on the roster size and all that. But
yeah, it's hard to argue with that.
Brian said, "Got absolutely fucked this weekend. Join the club, brother." I could. Nah, actually, it wasn't a bad week for me. Got lots of depth, but my starting guys didn't get it done. ETN, Mostert, Monty, Jacobs, HN all went off.
I guess he had those guys on the bench. Oof.
Well, yeah, but it's tough to play any of those guys over the other two guys. I guess you could have made the argument for HN, maybe Jacobs because of the matchup. But sometimes it just happens that way. But that's a good problem to have, and that means that you can now take advantage of that and try and make a trade.
Yep.
You have 1, 2, 3. You have 5 running backs that you can play. So maybe
somebody's going to need a running back for sure.
Yeah, maybe we combine something and we make some kind of trade, Brian.
Out of those 5, which guy or 2? Let's go with 2. If you had to trade 2 out of the 5, who are you moving?
Well, what you can get for HN right now with how people are going crazy, I think I'm okay just shopping him around. You don't have to make the trade, but shop, see what you can get. For sure. So HN, Mostert, even ETN, I'm okay with moving. I probably want to keep Monty Jacobs. I don't even care. I'll move any of these guys. Who needs a running back? Which one do you want? Who do you want to give up? Let's talk about it. Yeah. So what's the best you can get, because some people might like different guys. So
for sure.
Jacoby got like no touches. Apparently it was triple covered all game when Adams went down. Unfortunately.
And also too, they started a rookie quarterback. So Brian, just keep that in mind.
That's true.
Vegas started a rookie quarterback. So looks like Jimmy G should be back for that Monday nighter. And he's going to get wrecked against the Packers. But the Devontae revenge game?
Dylan said, I say things and the opposite happens. Wish me luck. I mean, sometimes it happens like that. You can't just, understand in fantasy football, you're not going to get everything right. We don't get everything right. We like to think the majority of things we do get right because we like to look at, the percentages and history and, we want to be on the right side of things. For the most part. So, we are going to miss.
Crazy shit happens.
We are going to miss on, certain players. We're going to miss on certain plays, but that's normal. And you're going to do the same thing. That's just part of the game.
For sure.
Appreciate you, Dylan. Appreciate you, man.
Yo, Dylan, you know what? You just joined us and you already got the hammer emoji. That is gold. Give me a horn for Dylan, please. Hit that horn.
Hold on, I don't got the horn on this one.
Oh, come on. Dylan, you get a horn, bro.
We're on a different platform yet. I'm gonna get the stream deck though, and we'll have some fun with it. Coach C said Cousins gotta go. I mean, we got nothing better right now, so if we're gonna lose, then we're gonna lose. Fuck it. But
all right, so realistically, say if you guys are, when's the bye week for Minnesota? Do you know when the bye week is for Minnesota? Was it the trading deadline? Let's just say week 8.
Yeah.
Let's just say week 8. Say you guys are 2-6. You trading Kirk Cousins from the Vikings?
I think it depends on the rest of the division and the and the NFC. If there's a shot that we still have a chance there's a shot that we still have a chance of making the playoffs, then then no. I mean, if we're mathematically out, we're mathematically out, but I think
nobody's mathematically out and
well, you know what I mean. I mean, if there's a chance, like if there's a chance, doesn't have to be necessarily all the way to mathematically, but I think it all depends. I mean, if the pack starts losing and the Lions lose a few, I mean, we'll have to see. But when it does come to that point when we're fucked, I mean, Am I okay with trading Kirk Cousins? Yeah, sure. If that means that we're going to get Caleb, I mean, fuck it. Why not, right? The season's lost already. We need a QB. Apparently, they don't want to re-sign Kirk. Maybe
And I
Kirk
think,
could go to fucking Atlanta. Where's PB
oof,
Dubs at? Can Kirk go to Atlanta? Can we get a Kirk in Atlanta?
that'd be interesting.
Right? Should I trade CD and Dubs for Addison, a first and 2 seconds? No, fuck no.
Yeah, I don't think I'm doing that.
No, we're not doing that, Facebook user. We're not giving up CD for that in any format. I don't care how many starters, Superflex, 1 QB, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm not. No. And Dubes is good, man. So that's good production.
Said Stroud, Goff, Purdy, start 2.
Man. Well, Stroud is the lock here. I think we both
Stroud,
agree
Goff,
that.
boom, done.
Stroud Goff? Yeah, Stroud Goff.
Like Purdy, but he doesn't have the upside as some, as like the other guys do.
And
kinda,
Goff,
so.
bro, I brought up the
Goff-
statistic
Goff's been
before.
solid, Stroud.
Goff at home is really good.
Mm-hmm. I still believe in Justin Fields, Dylan said. Am I insane? And I see that green and yellow shit in the back, Hammer. Unbiased opinion.
So
Well,
Wendell,
I got the purple Peterson jersey in the back too, so
we're in the same boat.
We're in the same boat here.
So Wendell, to be honest with you, I'm always going to give my unbiased opinion. If I don't like a Packer in a particular week, or if I love a Bear or a Viking or a Lion, I'm always going to say it. Justin Fields, while I think he is a decent quarterback, he's in a bad situation, and it feels like it's getting worse by the week. And they've been getting blown out for most of the season. For them to blow a big lead to get their first win is probably more deflating than any of the losses they suffered this entire season, because they had a win in their hands and they let it go. From a fantasy perspective, you can believe in Justin Fields, but I'm rolling the dice for something better. I think organizations can break quarterbacks. We've seen it with Sam Darnold. We've seen it with other quarterbacks out there where it just doesn't work out for whatever reason. Is Justin Fields at that point? I think he's trending in that direction based on the sample size that we've seen 2+ years. It's hard to believe that he has the confidence to kind of turn this thing around, especially with the season slipping away, and we're not even we just got to October.
Yeah, I mean, as far as fantasy wise, like he'll be fine for this season. He'll probably still finish as a top 12-ish QB because of the rushing upside he has. As far as going forward, I mean, I don't think his future is in Chicago, but he will get a chance to play somewhere else. He will. And does that change of scenery, change of coaching, change of environment, change of everything? Would that be better for him? I think it could be.
So really, I don't know if you can name a guy, but what kind of young prodigy like a Justin Fields, who was drafted high, whatever, didn't work out on his first team, all of a sudden goes to another team and is really good? Like off the top of my head,
other than like fucking Geno Smith.
And Geno that
took a long time, but he was in a fucked kind of situation with the Jets a little bit too. Everything was kind of a little fucked there too. But no, I mean, I think Fields has the talent to it. And I think it's just a little different situation. Like this whole organization is just kind of fucked. So, I do think that he'll get a shot somewhere else. I mean, people see that rushing upside. Yeah, he'll absolutely get a chance to go somewhere else. And I don't have biased opinion either against the Vikings, except Adrian Peterson's the best running back ever. But that's the truth, so I don't need to worry about that.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Oh, God. Don't listen. We could have a whole show on my boy fucking Purple Jesus, but let's not go there.
Is he in the top 5? You can make that argument. Is he the best? No.
Yes.
Oh, Tyler, this isn't even a question. This is Laporta, and it's not even close.
Mm-hmm. Y'all remember Cordell Patterson? Yeah, he's...
Of course.
Doesn't mean anything now, but yeah, Cordell Patterson, even when he was a Viking, he was good. Didn't really turn out to be much of a receiver. But
He had his
through
he had
Atlanta,
his he had his shine in Atlanta for a little bit
Mhm.
there, for like a year-ish.
He had his little shine there. Keep in mind, Alexander versus Adams.
You can make that argument. Jair's been hurt,
Yeah, that's right. He missed
so
last
and
game, I think, right?
he did. And Devontae Adams is matchup proof. He's that good. The cornerback
There's
doesn't
certain
scare
guys
me.
that it doesn't matter. Yeah,
Yes,
it doesn't
Justin
matter.
Jefferson, St. Brown, Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs. You're playing Devontae Adams, regardless of the matchup.
Got Keenan on the bye. Who should I start? Waddle, Wilson, Nico, Pittman. Only one of these guys?
I don't know why I found that so funny. I don't know why. That was funny. Only one of these guys? God damn it. It's got to be Nico Collins, no? Consideration to Waddle?
At this point, yeah, I'm okay with that. Okay, you could say it's between Nico and you could say Pittman, even though he didn't do much. But you could say Nico or Waddle. I mean, Pittman has been good lately, but yeah, give me Nico. Give me Nico or Waddle.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Nico Collins here, but Waddle always has that breakout type game in there somewhere.
Ryan said his roster looks like this: 10-team PPR: Hurts, Monty, Jacobs, Adams, Lamb, Ferguson, Myers, ETN, Watson, Mostert, Achane, and Swift. It's like I can't choose which players to play. Did we go over this already? Hurts, Monty, Jacobs, Adam, Lamb, Ferguson, Myers, ETN, Watson, Mostert, Achane, and Swift.
I feel like we had this kind of.
I think you kind of we kind of went over this, yeah. But yeah, you got to make. That's when you have to make
You have to
trades.
trade.
You just
Yeah.
have to. You have to consolidate it because you're not going to be able to pick the right guy every week.
For sure.
Dylan. One Nation said Raiders with the upset.
One Nation, we're not doing that.
Goff or Dobbs, Hammer.
Jared Goff.
Yeah, let's go Goff. Vite Queen said enjoying the show. Thanks, God. Appreciate you, Vite Queen.
Hell yeah.
Give me some backup here on this Adrian Peterson.
No. Adrian Peterson's amazing. Don't get me wrong. Top 5. I'm comfortable with top 5. Best ever.
Top 1.
I can't do that.
Johnny D said, "Is Cooper Kupp worth the gamble, fellas? I started away from him for 2 years, steered away, okay, because of injury issues. Some guy offered me Kupp for Devontae Adams, but I want to decline it. Thoughts?"
See, the problem with Kupp is we don't know if that injury is going to re-aggravate itself. That's the risk. And the emergence of Puka may not give you what we've come to expect from Cooper Kupp over the last 2 years. So if I'm you, it depends on what else, who are your other receivers? Where does your team currently stand? Is this redraft or dynasty? Right? Because they're virtually similar in age.
Doesn't matter.
I think Devontae's a little bit older. But yeah, there's a couple of different factors here. Initially, I would say I wouldn't do it. But if you want to take a risk, Kupp is a guy that could come back and do damage. Matthew Stafford looks like he's back to slinging it from 2 years ago. Right? That Rams team is at least halfway decent. They're 2-2 right now, and they're very competitive. I think one of the concerns we had was this team going to be competitive? And the answer to that is yes, which I think bolsters Kupp's value because he'll come back and he's going to want to be a big part of that. Because imagine Kupp and Puka with Kyron, Stafford slinging it. That's a formidable trio.
Yeah. If you need to make the move and we just want to go after Cooper Cup, then that's fine, but they're pretty much the same. Fields is amazing. Get him to the A, PB Dub said. Traded Jaleel in a late second for Myers. Needed a wide receiver with buys and injuries. I
I
think
like
Adams
that.
gets traded or shuts down once the Raiders are eliminated. Heavy trading day for your boy. Good shit, DS.
Yeah, I
First off,
love
I love
that.
the trade. I love getting Myers for a contending team. That's a good move. And yeah, it's possible Adams does get traded.
But
He shouldn't have never signed the contract. He put himself in that damn situation.
whether or not Devontae Adams gets traded, I don't think that matters because we saw Jacoby Myers be productive even with Devontae Adams on the field. So Jacoby Myers is a good receiver and he could be productive even if Adams doesn't get traded. Will he have a higher ceiling if Adams gets traded or shuts it down? I don't see Devontae Adams shutting it down. He's not that kind of dude. Trade, maybe.
Possibly. Will said quarterbacks get broken
For
by
sure.
OCs, bringing the
For
quarterback to
sure.
run their offense instead of tailoring their offense to the quarterback skills. Yeah, of course. We see that all the time. We
And
see that all the time.
And Will, you can look to another organization that did it the right way, the Baltimore Ravens, right? They went from Joe Flacco to Lamar Jackson and scrapped their entire offense.
Mhm.
And that's how an organization is supposed to be run. So I couldn't agree more.
I'll go Drew Brees going to New Orleans from San Diego. Yeah.
So Will, I thought about Drew Brees because I was trying to go back in the archive. So Drew Brees is a fantastic one, but how long ago was that? And how many more can we think of? You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
also, too, remember the reason why Drew Brees went from San Diego at that time to there was a couple of reasons. Number one, he had the shoulder injury, if you remember, and then number two, the Chargers just drafted Phillip Rivers.
Mhm.
So, but that's a very good one.
Dylan said, I just want points. Other QB Stafford, full 14 PPR. Brian Robinson, Kamara, Chase, Diggs, Hawkinson, Flex, either Dell Flowers or Kyron. I need to believe in Fields.
I
That's
mean,
fine.
listen.
Just as long as you're willing to die on the hill or you're willing to be okay with being wrong, then that's fine. Because
Hmm.
if you like certain guys and you like certain guys, and there's nothing wrong with that.
For
Nothing
sure.
wrong with that at all. I scored the most points in my league, but I'm 1-3. Would you shake it up or let it ride? I mean, in that particular case, maybe you could let it ride. You can always look to try and make trades. You don't have to make the trade, but just see what people are
See
willing to
what's
give
out
up for
there.
certain things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, a few of my leagues I'm 2-2 in, and like my points for are in the top 3, and my points against is just horrible. I'm just playing the wrong teams or the wrong, each week, and there's nothing that you can do about that. But you would like to think over the course of the season that should like even itself out, but it doesn't always. So I would inquire around if you could, but I wouldn't crazy panic if you've got, the most points scored in the league.
It means
What
you're
do you
doing
think,
something,
Hammer?
right?
What are we
Yeah, I
doing?
agree.
Shaking it up or?
Not necessarily, but see what's out there. Obviously, you've got guys on your team that's scoring points, so it's a tough position to be in. But yeah, see if you want to make a trade, see what people are willing to give you.
Mara or Achan or Nico? Wow.
Who does Miami have again? Fuck am I?
Hmm.
Week 5, Miami is playing. Well, they're playing home against the Giants, man. It's between HN and Nico for me. Whew. Houston at Atlanta.
Give me Achan with Nico seeing probably Terrell.
Yeah, I'm leaning that way too, but
It's close. It's real close. I don't mind going Nico if you want.
yeah, HN against the Giants, I do think they're gonna get used a good amount.
Damn, what is this? Kamara Achan shit. Kamara Achan Monty bench 1. Jesus.
Monty's gonna get good burn in this game against Carolina at home.
Yeah, I'm playing
Um,
Monty for sure.
yeah, and you're playing HN.
Probably play Achan. Maybe we sit Kamara on
Kamara
this one. Yeah, I'm with that.
at New England.
Mm-hmm. Puka over Cup rest of season? Not if Cup comes back healthy, I don't think.
It's still Cup to me just because, Cup and Stafford went out there and won a Super Bowl, and he kind of set the triple, he won a triple crown. So I don't want to overreact. But Puka's been fantastic. But I think both of them can coexist and be top, whenever Cup comes back, they could both be top 15 for the rest of the season after Cup comes back. So I think Matthew Stafford can support two good receivers.
Sure. Will Sanders, Jim Brown, Tomlinson, Walter Payton, Andrew. I'm never not going with my boy.
Will, talk your shit, Will.
Never not going with my boy. Trying to find trade packages, but other teams are not responding in the league.
Yeah, we get that too. We get a lot of that in the home dynasty league. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah, I mean, the league's got to be active. But keep trying. Doesn't mean you stop. So just keep trying. Gustavo said, "Who else is 4-0, baby?"
If you add up
one of my leagues,
if you add up my 4 leagues, I have 4 wins.
damn Hammer, taking a
Actually
beating.
5. Actually 5. Yeah, I'm getting. It's just I can't get that week where it's all put together consistently. So
Marco traded away Michael Wilson. Got Jerome Ford. I'm fine with that if you need an RB. For sure. That's Gucci.
it's not a bad move because Michael Wilson you probably got off waivers. Probably same with Jerome Ford.
Trade Purdy, Terry, Mark Andrews. Purdy, Terry Andrews, Dak, and CD. Dynasty Superflex. Not tight end premium. I get Dak and Lamb. Purdy, Terry, and Andrews Superflex.
Yep. Yeah, I'm doing that.
Dak and CD.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Yeah, I'll take Dak and CD.
Yep.
If I can get a top 3 dynasty wide receiver,
and a top 10,
I give up
12-ish
Purdy and I
quarterback.
get Dak. I get Dak back. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm giving up Andrews. That kind of sucks, but not 10 and premium. I'm fine with that to get a Lamb. That's a good move. Start Javonte or Pierce this week. Well, we don't know if Javonte's playing
might
yet,
not play.
so you have to keep an eye on that. Who's the Houston got?
Houston has Falcon at Atlanta.
I'm going to play Pierce at the moment.
Yeah, you kind of have to play Pierce at the moment.
You might have to. Who's Denver got again? Denver got the Jets. I think I'm playing Pierce just in general. But, I mean, Jets defense has been getting got on the run.
Pacheco ripped them apart.
Fair.
Pacheco went nuts on them.
So,
yeah, but Javonte might not even play. And if he does play, he might be limited.
yeah, just keep an eye on it. You're probably going to wind up playing Pierce. But come back on Friday or Saturday night, even Sunday morning maybe. Ask again, and we'll see if anything changes at that point. Ace said he's 4-0 in one league. Me too. Burrow, Dobbs, or Daniel Jones?
Oh, God. I hate this question. Ace, I'm in the same situation. I got Burrow and Dobbs on my dynasty team. And Burrow's currently in, but it might be Dobbs, bro. It's not Daniel Jones. Cincinnati plays Arizona.
Going Burrow. I don't care.
At Arizona.
Okay. Peterson over Emmitt Smith, though. Yeah, appreciate you, Will.
The only thing I could say about that is that Emmitt Smith probably had the greatest offensive line in history. So there is an argument to be made there for sure.
Should I trade Kamara off a high for Amon-Ra or yeah, if you can do that, of course.
Fuck yeah.
In a heartbeat, bro. In a heartbeat, man.
That's 8 to 10.
4-0 in 2 leagues. There you go. There you go. 8-0 in another. Is that like a median or something like that? Mr. Discount, good evening. Would you trade Stevenson and Juju? Juju is just droppable at this point.
Yep.
For
Is that Thielen?
Edwards-Helaire. Redraft 3 wide receivers, 1 flex. I don't know. Keenan Allen. There you go. Keenan Allen. Okay. Stevenson and Juju for Keenan Allen. Yeah, fuck it. Just give me Keenan Allen. Give me Keenan Allen. Forget Stevenson. Forget Juju. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For sure, Mr. Discount. Trade Purdy, Andrews, and Scare. Yeah, we did that already. Yeah, take Dak and Lamb and run with it. Should I give up Saquon and Jacoby for Kupp?
Risky, very risky. Are you
full PPR? It's either that or giving up Kamara and Godwin for Kupp. I like that better.
Yeah, I like that better as well.
Kamara and Godwin for Kupp.
Yeah, I think I like Saquon. I think he has, when Saquon comes back, him with Kupp.
Yeah, I like to keep Saquon. Let's go for the gusto. Let's go for the Saquon Kupp kill. Let's go for the Saquon Kupp kill. Mecole Hardman or McKenzie?
Oof. How about death? It's got to be Hardman, no? McKenzie hasn't been. I don't even hear McKenzie.
What's Hardman doing? I haven't heard shit from Hardman. Hardman hasn't done jack shit. No, Hardman is giving you donuts, bro. We're getting McKenzie. At least he's giving you a catch a game.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean it's virtually the same.
Hardman's straight trash. We knew that though.
Yeah, I agree.
Traded Javonte for Waller before last week. Okay. Only tight end was Kittle. No, you can't. Man, what do you mean your only tight end was Kittle? Okay, best ball. All right, my bad. I'm not even reading the whole thing, but so I have him and Waller, okay, as a tight ends in best ball. I have great running back depth. Yeah, if you got great running back depth, I'm okay with it. And be in the format of it being best ball, that's fine.
So I'm one of the Kittle guys, and I say every single year that Kittle is going to frustrate the hell out of you, and then when you get into those November and early December games, Kittle will pay dividends. So just keep that in mind.
Well, it's best ball, so you don't got to. You don't have to make the starting lineup.
Touche.
Whoever scores more, it is what it is. So yeah, I'm good with that. Will, I'm good with that. Facebook user, happy Tuesday. Appreciate you tuning in. Go with Zach Wilson or Sam Howell after Zach had a game of his life.
I'm not banking on Zach Wilson. They are playing Denver.
Let's do it, Zachy boy.
Sam Howell.
I'm going against
Zach. Sam Howell against the Bears.
Garrett Wilson's going for $150 and 2 tutties. Mark my words. $150. Zachy boy's about to do it again.
We're not doing that Zach Wilson thing. Stop it.
Well, I'm not rolling with the Wolf. I know Wolf had a good game last game, but so did Zach. And we've got the matchup right here. I mean, we've got the matchup.
They both got the matchup.
I mean, Justin Fields was able to throw 4 tutties against his defense. You're telling me Zach Wilson is not going to hit Garrett Wilson?
Zach Wilson's not good, dude. He's not.
You're Sam Howell.
Sam Howell's better than Zach Wilson.
Don't care. Playing Zach.
I don't care. All right, listen. Give me Sam Howell. I want no parts.
What do you guys think in the chat? We've got 18 people up in here altogether within the 2 channels. Zach Wilson or Sam Howell? Who are we going with? Are we going with Zachy boy against the Denver horrible defense, or are we going with Sam Howell,
Chicago,
against the Chicago defense? Both shitty defenses, but both shitty defenses. Tell you my team: T-Law, Saquon, Hall, JT, Hall. Okay, Devontae, Terry, Jacoby, Amari, Palmer, Kelsey. All right.
There was something he had in there.
So it was either giving up Kamara, Kamara and Godwin for Kupp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then you got Kupp, Devontae. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do that.
Yep.
I like it, man. I like it. Let's do it. Yeah, that's fine. That's how you got to do it. When you've got to choose, like when you've got to really make tough decisions every single week on who to play. I mean, that's where your roster construction comes in. Just tier up. Strange, Big Alley Cox, or CJ Uzoma, 32-man league. Which tight?
Well, I think Cox caught the touchdown.
He did.
But I wouldn't get too spicy. He had 1 catch on 1 target. Give me CJ Uzama here.
Yeah, give me CJ too. Let's go with CJ because Zaki's lighting it up.
Oh my God, stop that. Uzama only got 1. Oh my God. Uzama had 1 catch for 1 yard and 1 touchdown. Ay, ay, ay. Jesus.
Because you got Conklin there too, and then we even saw what's his name get involved too. The young guy that we like.
Croft?
Rucker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fuck it. Give me Cox here. That pause. Damn, if I was
clipping
on
it. I'm clipping that. I'm clipping that.
Fuck. Oh God. That was brutal.
We got him. Boys and girls.
Damn, if I was on Cameron's show, they would have kicked me off the show. That would have been the end of me. I would have been welcome back.
Oh shit! How about what's his name? Rodney Harrison saying that Wilson was trash, like talking to Chris Jones after the game. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
He was like, "Oh, when you guys were looking at film, you had to say, man, this guy is trash. How can we give up this to this guy?" Blah blah blah. Like he went in, like really trying to like shit on Zach on live national TV. Interviewing was it Chris Jones?
I didn't see that.
And Chris Jones was like, "No, Zach is special." Like Zach, what's his name? Chris Jones played it all like he played it perfectly, like a real.
He didn't take the bait.
Classy dude, didn't take the bait and attack or anything like that. But yeah, it was kind of whack move on Harrison's part. I don't know if anybody else seen that. Let me know, guys, if anybody else seen that.
Rodney Harrison's a bitch.
Lions, Commanders, or Bengals D?
I think we were talking about the Lions here, right? Going up against the Panthers at home.
Yes, we were. Yeah, I'm sticking with that. Cousins, Watson, or Tua this week?
What do the Vikings got? Chiefs.
Vikings got the Chiefs, but the Chiefs defense has actually been really good, but I can still see that being a shootout.
Give me Tua.
Watson.
At home?
Watson.
Is Deshaun even playing?
Watson's got a bye this week, I think.
Yes, he does. Bye. Yep.
Okay. Or Cousins. Tua against the Giants. So we going Cousins or Tua. I have to go Tua here.
Yeah, I'm taking Tua as well.
Yeah, let's go Tua. Let's roll with Tua. Missed Kamara over there. Yeah. You had me at playing Chicago, Howell. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm just hyping up the Zach Wilson train for just a second. I don't like him, but Patriots Super Bowl bound. It might be you guys are a long way from that. But just traded George.
Damn.
Just trade. We're dropping hammers. We're dropping hammers tonight.
You went Rodney Harrison on him or her.
Just traded George Pickens and Mostert for Damian Pierce. What? Oh man.
Wait,
it's as bad of a move as the Patriots are.
Stop it.
I had really good wide receiver depth, but only Bijan, Gibbs, and Mostert as my RB. So you got Bijan, Gibbs, and Mostert, and you went out to get Dameon Pierce. No, for what?
And gave up Mostert.
You're fine. Bijan and Mostert and Gibbs. You're fine with that. What is Dameon Pierce doing? Can he be better? Yeah, but
RB 27.
I'm not going out and doing that.
FPPR. Did get 24 carries last week.
Well, he had a good game. He had a good game last week.
Not
Sure.
great though. Only 3 yards a carry, 3.5 basically.
Because he got the volume, but he's not scoring tutties. Because Stroud is slinging that bitch.
Yeah.
I don't like it, Patriots. I don't like it.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah, I don't like it.
what's done is done. So what can we do now? Who are your other wide receivers? What's the rest of your team look like? Maybe you got some good wide receivers. Hopefully, I'm hoping you got some good wide receivers. Maybe a Kelsey or some shit too. Keenan Allen on a bye, so go with Ayuk, Terry, or Kirk. Terry's a good play.
Terry is a good play.
Kirk's been on fire.
I think I'm taking Terry here just because the Jags at Buffalo in this particular scenario.
Hey, Jones ready to come back yet? What's his deal?
Yeah, boy. Zay. Yeah, give me McLaurin here. Yeah, there's nothing about Zay. Yeah, I'm rolling with Terry.
Might have to go Terry too. Fuck, this is close. You could really.
You can make the argument for Kirk for
Any
sure.
of these guys. And Kirk's been killing.
Kirk's been fantastic.
It just like Terry had a good game, but
The matchup is pretty good.
it is a good matchup. I'm taking Kirk. I don't care. I'm going Kirk, but you can easily go Terry. You can even make the argument for Ayuk, so I'll go Kirk though. Give me the PPR. Give me Kirk. Give me Kirk. I guess we're about to get up out of here. Any last questions? Throw them in the chat there. I'll give y'all another minute or two to throw any last questions y'all got in the chat.
I got one statement to make. It is
okay. This makes me feel a
officially.
little bit better. Go ahead. My bad, Hammer. It's officially
It
what?
is my 35th birthday.
Oh, shit. Happy birthday. Holy shit. I missed it, bro. Oh, fuck. 12:05. It's officially. That is right. Happy birthday to the Hammer and
Yeah,
his
man.
dismantled fantasy team so far.
Oh, it's been brutal, dude. But I'm 2-2 in 2 leagues, so I'm not, out of it. 0-4 in your league. It's just been fucking brutal.
Happy birthday, dude. Happy birthday to the Hammer.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Appreciate the Hammer.
Cup.
Pittman, Andrew, Thielen, Scare. Okay, so you got a good tight end. So it doesn't make it as bad. I still don't love the trade, but your team is still in good position. So,
to be honest with you, I would have tried to tier up at running back, like get something better than Pierce.
Yeah.
Maybe, and you have Mostert. I mean, who's been killing it? Maybe you go for buy low on Saquon if you have Bijan, right? You could have bought low on Saquon with the assets that you have. I wouldn't have minded
now
that.
Now it's a little different. The trade's already done, so we've got Thielen, Scary Terry, Deontay Johnson to play with. He's not back yet. It's going to be tough to move him. Maybe you can move Scary Terry and Thielen and the RB and tier up, to the next level if you could. Sam said, "Do you think I trade Debo and Mostert for Swift and DK?" Debo and Mostert for Swift and DK. Kind of
I'm good with
lateral.
that.
I don't. Yeah, I
It
love
is
it.
lateralish. I
I'm okay
actually
with it.
like it. Yeah, I like it because man, that offensive line. I talked about this. I've been talking about this for a couple of weeks now. That offense, Swift is going to be in the top 5 this year. It's that simple. As long as he stays healthy, it's that simple.
Yeah, he's gonna get the carries. So yeah, I'm okay with Swift and DK. Let's do it, Sam. Let's do it. Gustavo said happy birthday to the Hammer. Vite Queen, happy birthday to the Hammer. Enjoy your mid-30s.
Yeah, man, it's creeped up on me, but I feel pretty good. I feel like I look pretty good. So
Mine is next month. Fuck.
yeah, it is, bro.
Damn,
What are,
bro.
what are you going? 34? Woo.
Unfortunately. Unfortunately. But yeah, all right, guys. We are about to get up out of here. Appreciate everybody for tuning in and coming out. Smash that
Yes,
like for us,
yes.
guys. Appreciate it. That's a great way to, support the channel, get more people in here, grow the community, and just make sure you subscribe if you're not. If you enjoyed the show, if you had some fun. I bought into a team. I just bought into a team. I'm tanking this year. Any tips? So if you want, Colin, real quick, throw out your team, like some of the main guys, I guess, so far. You don't have to throw the whole team, but who do you have on your squad? You have 3 firsts next year. That's a great way to start, especially if you're tanking. Get some points off of your team. Get rid of older players. Get rid of running backs when you're rebuilding. Right, running back should be one of the first things you should be trying to get rid of. So those would just be kind of initial tips, just off of the top when you're trying to tank for the year. Get rid of some
Mhm.
points if you can. Try and acquire maybe even some players, some young players that are not necessarily producing right now. Maybe like the Drake Londons and the T Higgins and the Waddles, maybe some guys you can get for cheap. And that, I guess, all depends on who you have on your squad as well. But, do you have some older players that you can sell and maybe pick up some younger players, or, who's available. So those would be just some tips, I think, off the top of my head. Do you have anything to add to that?
Now, acquire capital, value, right, is the name of the game at this particular point. So if you're trading away some of your older players to teams that maybe are contending or middle of the pack, get as much value as you can. Try not to acquire those older guys because they're depreciating assets. So yeah, acquire as much value as you can.
Should I even touch it? Just Gustavo, I think we said just leave it where it was, if I'm not mistaken. Unless, like you said, you asked if you trade Kamara for Amon-Ra, Lamb, or Olave. I mean, if you can do that, yeah. I mean,
That's
uh,
gold.
you don't have to make a trade, but just inquire, just send trades out, or just talk to people, or what and see like what you can get for certain guys. If you don't like it, then don't make the trade. But you always look to just inquire. You never know, if you can make your team better or not. So
Always try to get better.
for sure. Empire League, win this year, win next year, win the pot, and the league disbands. Yeah, it's got to win 2 years in a row. 1 QB, start 8. Are you taking Gibbs and Laporta or Barkley and Keenan Allen? I'm taking Barkley and Keenan Allen if it's an Empire League and I'm in position to win, or I'm almost in position to win, for sure. Give me the production.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm not familiar with that, but I kind of grasp the concept based on what you said. So yeah, you got to go for the win. You got to go for the gusto right away.
Yeah, if you strike out, then you could always start the rebuild, but I'm probably just trying to fucking gun it right off the bat. I mean, just end the shit early.
So the league disbands if you win if
Yeah,
anybody wins 2 years in a row,
league is over. Yep.
and then you just
Yep.
start a
There's
new
a
one,
couple different
like
there's
a
a couple
redraft.
different kind of leagues or different formats that have came out. I mean, the
That's
guillotine
interesting.
the guillotine league is pretty interesting too. So whoever you don't play like head to head, whoever has the lowest scored points after that particular week, that team gets eliminated and all their players get thrown in like the free agent pool.
I'm not crazy about that, but interesting.
Alan said he's got Burrow, Kenny Pickett, Swift, Najee, J.K. Dobbins, Gibbs, Hawkinson, Drake London, Marquise Brown, Puka. Okay, I mean, you said it was 1 QB. How many starters running back. How many starters like on offense do you have to start? You know, including the quarterback. Don't count defense, but QB, running back, wide receiver, tight end, and flex. How many is that altogether?
Well, right off the rip, I'm trading DeAndre Swift and getting maximum
Absolutely. If you
value.
could grab a first for Swift,
Yep.
absolutely. Or if you can, you know, like I said, trade him for some young studs that are maybe not producing. But we need to know how many starters this is, if it's shallow or not. Because if it's shallow, we might just be turning those picks and combining them with players to start tearing up. But depending if it's deep or not.
There's some good pieces on this team. Hawkinson, I love. Hollywood is another trade candidate. If you want to break it down, Hollywood's been playing pretty well. He's definitely a wide receiver 3 range. Good for a team.
Dobbins is dead. Broken.
He's dead. That's funny. That is
Najee, look to move Najee. I mean, you got to get rid of these running backs if you're trying to rebuild here. It seems like it might be decently 1, 2, 3, 4. What is it? Start 8 maybe. All right, 2 QB. Wait, 2 QB? I thought it was 1 QB. Did I misread that? Or maybe he didn't even say that, and I'm just thinking about somebody else. My bad. Okay, so it is 2 QB. Okay, so 2 QB start 10. You got Pickett and you got Burrow. Yeah, definitely we're getting rid of Swift and Najee, and we're trying to get wide receivers that you can tier up with. I mean, if you're tanking, I'm sure you're probably hopefully getting Caleb. I don't know where those other firsts are or where those are going to land, but if you can pick up a QB in the next year's draft, that'd be awesome. But yeah, can you trade Najee? Can you trade Swift? I'd probably hold on to Hawkinson and Gibbs maybe. But I'm still okay with trading Gibbs depending what kind of wide receiver you can get for him. So, you know, definitely shop him around, see what you can get. But yeah, what I'm trying to do is beef up my wide receiver core. You have a good tight end already, so you don't really have to touch that unless you have to down tier, but you don't necessarily have to do that. So I'm okay with just holding them. But yeah, I mean, try and get the best possible wide receivers that you can with some of these running backs if possible.
Yep.
And hopefully you can get a Caleb or a May.
Get that value, man. Remember, wide receivers hold their value.
Or can you tier up? Can you tier up from Pickett? Can you go Pickett Swift and get yourself a top 10, top 12 QB? A Watson, T-Law's not doing great right now. You know,
Jordan Love, give me all that Jordan Love, baby. You wouldn't.
I'm not getting Jordan Love, but you can definitely throw him in. You can throw him in
because you're a hater. That's why.
Because I'd rather get a better QB. So our league, we have to win the loser bracket to get first overall. Okay.
Okay, I like that.
You can still do that, but you've got 3 first, so I mean you've got things you can play with. So, like I said, just try and get some high end wide receivers if you can. You know.
Yeah, the wide receiver and the quarterback you want to lock up as your cornerstones.
You can, yeah, absolutely. Take advantage of the value that you have at running back right now. Before fucking Swift goes down, you need to make a move. Najee just looked a lot better. So, I mean, you've got a little bit of momentum.
You got assets,
value. Yeah. So, try and take advantage of that.
Throw Hollywood in there, too.
Herbert, Cousins, Tyreek Keenan. Yeah.
It's a nice little...
You're actually fine at wide receiver. And even running back for now. Yeah, you're okay, Gustavo. I think you're all right. I sold Murray, Mostert, and Adams this year. Yeah, good shit. There you go. Well, I probably would have kept Murray, to be honest, because I wanted top dollar, especially if you're tanking. He's not playing anyway, so I want to try and get top dollar. Wait till he comes back. You know, so I probably would have waited. On Murray. Unless you're talking about Latavius.
No.
But Mostert and Adams, all right, that's good. When does JT come back? I don't know. Well, hopefully he comes back this week. He wants to practice, so we'll see what happens. Right.
Remains to be seen.
Yep. No problem, Colin. Appreciate you. Appreciate you for tuning in, man. And who's someone you think I could tear up from after hearing my roster?
I think we went over that, no? A little bit. You said the rest of the roster was pretty good.
Scary Terry, Puka. Yeah, can you tear up from Pittman, Scary Terry? I mean, Thielen, can you tear up from that?
When Cup comes back, if you have Cup and Puka, you rolling them both out there?
Who's someone you can tear up for? I think it all just depends on somebody has to have a need for what you're given. So if you're willing to give up 2-for-1 wide receiver, then you've got to find a team that needs some help at wide receiver. So sift through the teams. You know, a lot of people ask which players, and it's, you know, I can name a bunch of players, but it doesn't matter if they're on the wrong GM's team. So, you know, it has to be what that team needs. So, you know, look at the teams, and then you can kind of better start picking, like, okay, this team has got Jamar Chase. Maybe I want to take this chance on Jamar Chase, you know, because they need wide receiver help. So,
right.
Yeah, that's what I would say. That's what I would say about that. I got a crap ton of picks for him. 2 firsts, 2 seconds. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I correct myself then. Good shit.
Mm-hmm. Good shit. Good shit.
Good shit. Swifty. I appreciate y'all. I'm scared of Taylor Swift's team for our guys on Sunday. Yeah. Najee or Charbs?
Najee.
Yeah, I'll take Najee. I like me some Charbs, though. He's going to start getting a little bit more work. We saw it. We saw a little more from him.
Yeah, but Kenneth Walker's too good for Najee.
Well, his snap share has dropped, I think, the past couple weeks. I don't know if that just was due to them just blowing out the fucking Giants, but Chubb looks good. He's a fucking tank.
No, he is.
He'll run a mofo over. But all right, guys, let's get up out of here. Appreciate you guys. But we are up out of here.
You ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother.
Show me the money.
Oh, you didn't know?
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Put my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile.
Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I got the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the genie of the lamp.
This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Yeah.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Yeah.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Yeah, I keep me put in my pocket. It don't make sense, but don't make a profit. So I hustle, ladies and homies. Make money, money, money.